So, what's going on, guys? This is Brian Pickowicz here at BP Fitness. I'm coming to you guys with the Monday rant. So what I want to talk to you guys about this week is something I think that it's so easy to forget. It's so easy for us to get caught up in everything else. You know, there's all these moments where we're stopping and we're thinking about all the things that we don't have, but we're never stopping and thinking about the things that we do have. You know, gratitude is so hard to find in things when everyone's complaining, everyone feels like they're stuck, and no one's truly satisfied with where they are in life. And so you get to the situation where it rubs off on you. So when you're around people who aren't grateful, you turn into someone who's not grateful too. And I want to give you this message because there's so much for you to be grateful for right now. There's so much for each one of us to be grateful for. And I'm not telling you that you have to see everything as perfect, but I'm telling you, you can see it for what it is. And so what this truly means to me is that you're not making things worse than what they are. You know, you might look at your job, you might look at your circumstance and say, I'm not satisfied with what this is, but you're not going to allow it to eat you up inside. I remember there was times where I was working jobs where I didn't want to work. You know, before I was able to make a successful career out of training and I was successful business model. I wouldn't say career just yet, but before I was able to make this business something that I was truly satisfied in and was able to put it all into it, everything I did, I would look at different jobs and say, wow, I really wish I wasn't doing this because of this. But everyone looks at those things, like working retail or working as a manager or working as an assistant manager, as things that suck. But the truth is, you learn so much. And I was telling myself, whenever I was in a situation where I wasn't grateful that I had that position, I would turn it and say, look at the things I'm getting. You know, when I was in school, I remember, you know, sometimes I'll talk to people now about how I feel like college is a waste of time and waste of money. For me, I do feel like at some level, I would have been better off holding off, moving away and investing that money in something else. But I'm incredibly grateful looking at it right now for the opportunities I had, you know, looking at the certain circumstances in my life and the relationships I have, and although certain things might not be perfect, you have to be grounded in gratitude, because if you're not grounded in gratitude, you're going to feel like there's always something missing. There's always something you don't have. There's always something that you could have. And when you're not grateful, it's easy to find the problems that you're looking for when you're trying to essentially tell yourself that it has to be them. You know, how many times do we hear about the people who have it all, but they end up being miserable in life? It's because they have found that things are the driving point to their life, but not fulfillment. So you have to find a point where you're fulfilled. You know, I wake up every day and there's times where, like I was talking to Lindsay, you know, obviously you guys know we're getting ready to move to Los Angeles, and I've wanted this to be I wanted this in my life since I was, you know, 18. Really, it could probably go further than that, 16. You know, I remember we traveled to Los Angeles when I was a kid at 8. I showed Lindsay these pictures because I was just infatuated with the area that I took, and it was just like these, you know, this 8-year-old kid who was just, you know, taking pictures of Hollywood and all these things, and now it's real. But we are so incredibly grateful that we have this opportunity. I'm so incredibly grateful because it's something that I don't know that I ever thought would truly exist. It's something that I never thought would be possible, especially on my own, with on the back of my business. You know, everyone asks me, what are you guys gonna do? It's like, we do online coaching for over, you know, I usually coach anywhere between 10 to 15 clients, sometimes 20 depending on, you know, how many we end up working with, but I usually coach that many people every month. And I've worked over 250, approaching 300 clients since I started this business. It's like, we're just gonna keep doing this, and how incredible is that? You know, it's an incredible thing. And so rather than focusing on the problems that that business might create, I always focus on the good. I always focus on being grateful for it. And so for you, if you're looking at the job you have, if you're looking at the circumstances, maybe it's your family, maybe it's something going on, you have to be present, because it can be taken from you just like that. It can go away. You have no idea how precious things are. You know, there's certain circumstances which I've experienced that have shown me that this is the case, that yeah, you might be frustrated with someone, you might, you know, not necessarily have the best relationship with them, but things can change really fast, guys. And so for you, it can change for you too. You know, I don't take it for granted that I get to go and train still and that I'm healthy. You know, bodybuilding in and of itself can be very, you know, taxing on your body and can be dangerous. So I consider myself grateful that I have this ability. You know, look at the opportunities that you've passed up to get to this point and how things might have been different if you didn't do those things. You know, I think it's so easy to look at the negative when you're not happy or when things are tough, that you want to almost find a reason for you to cave in. You want to find a reason for you to give up. But I'm here to tell you guys, you don't have to. You don't have to find a reason to give up. You have to find a reason to keep going. And I hope that if you're watching this, that you're finding that reason. I hope that you're watching this and you're saying to yourself, you know, there's things that I want that I'm getting there too. I'm getting to there by my actions, and I might not be there right now, but in time I'm going to be there. And I have so much hope for you guys. I have so much hope for anyone who's willing to really step out and push themselves, because it's so hard. And that's the biggest thing I've learned, is that it's so difficult to take that initial leap of faith. I remember when I handed over the keys as assistant manager at Vitamin World, you know, almost a year now, and that was huge, because I knew that I was going to make it on my own. I was going to do my business, I was going to do my coaching business, and I was going to focus on my bodybuilding. I was going to do all these things. That took a lot of faith, and that took a lot of me being able to be present in what I had. And so that's my message for you guys today. I want you to be present. I want you to be grateful for that, and not just saying, oh, things are great, things are great, things are great, and not believing it. I want you to write a list of the things that you're grateful for. You know, there's a thing that Tony Robbins talks about being primed every day, and he does a list of things he's grateful for in his mind. You know, thinking like, I'm grateful for this, not just saying, oh, I'm grateful for my house, grateful for my kids. I am grateful. You know, my thing, if I was given 3 things that I'm grateful for, I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to train and work with people on a day-to-day basis and make an objective difference in their lives. Not just something that's minuscule, but to have people tell me that I've changed their lives. That's something I'm so grateful for, because it's something I've always wanted. I'm grateful that I have someone who I can share this passion with. I'm grateful that I have someone who is as passionate about it as I am. And I'm grateful that I have a supporting cast that loves me and will push me and will always support me no matter what. And so you guys need to find out what you're grateful for too. And if you can find that, then you're going to be, you know, on the way, and you're going to make it so much easier for yourself in this process and on this journey. So this is Brian Pickowicz, BP Fitness, the Monday Rant. Be grateful, focus on being present, and you'll find your way. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, let me know what you're grateful for, and I will see you in the next video. Boom zoos.